This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Demco, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana. I'm standing for Mr. Gary. He has a couple of checkups this morning. He's doing real good. He said thank y'all for all his prayers. He needs them. Everybody does. We got a good show for you today. We got some real good fishing reports. They're really catching some fish down south. We're going to open it up with Chaz with Dockside TV and send you a little footage of that and what he's been doing in there. And after the commercial break, we'll come back with the Abu Garcia fishing report. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Peyton Murphy. I trust him.
Very respectful.
Very professional.
Reliable.
Very knowledgeable.
You can't ask for nothing better than that.
Choosing the right lawyer is an important decision. Visit murphylawfirm.com or call me, Attorney Peyton Murphy, 928-8800.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
Sign up today for the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament. You can fish inshore or offshore, from the bank or a boat, for a chance to win a truck, a boat, tackle packages, and more. Male or female, young or old, the Star has a division for you. Your registration also helps CCA continue its work to rebuild critical fish habitat along our coast for all to enjoy. Don't go fishing this summer without your Star ticket. Go to ccastar.com to sign up today.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Peyton Murphy. I trust him.
Very respectful.
Very professional.
Reliable.
Very knowledgeable.
You can't ask for nothing better than that.
Choosing the right lawyer is an important decision. Visit murphylawfirm.com or call me, Attorney Peyton Murphy, 928-8800.
just missed him. Today, we are fishing some rigs closer to the West Pearl. So I'm using a tiger bait. The water's a lot dirtier here than what you saw in our last episode. We were fishing reefs way out in Bourne, and we also fished some rigs closer towards the Chef, and now we're fishing them closer towards the Wrigley's. Oh man, and the rigs the water's pretty stained here. The river's still got some little bit of flood level to it as we're into the early part of the summer. And the fish definitely want to be here. Each day is going to be different on how clean it is here due to if the tide's coming in or falling, on how much river water pushes right here. As the river's just, the West Pearl dumps out right there about maybe 2 miles from here, 1.5 miles. So it can change your water clarity and quality here pretty rapidly, but it must be salty enough on the bottom and clean enough on the bottom where they're here. And oh man, I'm missing them. They got a lot of them right here. I'm just kind of throwing it right past this little cylinder here. They're probably using that as a current break as the tide's coming in. It's coming from the Biloxi Marsh, which is about 6 or 7 miles to the east, and it's going into the Wrigley's right here. And these little trout, or summertime trout, are schooling up right on the side of this old barnacle grown rusty cylinder here. Let's see if we can get one on this cast. Had a bite on the last several casts. There he is. Got him dialed in. Let's see, that's a good one. Come on, keeper to cheaper. Cheaper to keeper. Here he comes, baby. Here he comes. Get on up. Look how dirty that water is. You can see it. You can barely see that fish. And I've said this a million times. My favorite dirty water bait. Right here. Oh, right. Here. Tiger bait, baby. No doubt. That's my favorite one. Let's get after them. All right, y'all. I was getting a lot of little bites on that first cast. Just put that fish in a well. It's not terribly deep here, like 10 foot, and it is slick calm this afternoon. Got a pretty nice incoming tide, but not too hard. What I'm gonna do, when I feel them kind of short striking it a lot, and I'm getting a lot of bites, sometimes I'll drop that jig head size down a little bit. I'm gonna drop it down to the 5/16, give it a little bit of a slower fall rate, and see if those fish can grab onto it a little bit easier. There we go. Little rascal. Talk to you guys about these little male schoolies. So as we get deeper and deeper into the summer, you're gonna deal with more and more of these. The bigger trout, the big females, they need saltier and saltier water. So those 2, 3, 4, 5 pounders, they're gonna seek out saltier water. So when I come in here and I see this river water in here and it's a little dirty, that's not really good for the big ones. But it's plenty salty enough for, you know, some keepers, some decent fish. These fish are perfect size for frying. And we're just not really known nowadays for big trout in the summertime, but we'll take plenty of schoolies like this. Just gotta make sure you bring your measuring stick. Sam's got a pretty good one there. And remember, Louisiana went from 12 inches, which this would have probably been a keeper last year, not this year, to 13 inches, which Sam's is good enough there. And when you find them on these rigs, I typically like to make a little lap around them, see where they're at. And once you find where your first couple bites are coming from, they'll typically school up pretty tight in there, and you can really get to hammering on them suckers one after the other. Let's see if we can put a little box together on this beautiful summer afternoon.
Go to Bourne, hit them wellheads hard.
Crazy. I didn't really put it on the side of it.
Could just be looking the other direction.
Come on, baby girl. Here we go. Get on up here. Got another keeper. Right now, what we're looking at so far is about a 50-50 to keeper to throwback ratio. It's not too bad this time of year. Simba, why don't you bring me that fish, bud? He likes chewing on them, but I don't have him trained to pick them up and bring them to me. Let me grab them. Another nice little 14-incher or so there, and we'll take plenty of these all day today. Have a nice fish fry. There's another keeper Sam's got here.
They're all coming up to the top and dancing today.
Sam's using lemon head. That's another great dirty water color. And what tiger bait is, it's a lemon head belly with a hard purple top. That's my favorite, the tiger bait for the dirty water. And I'd say lemon head's a close second. Another good one, limbo slice, the purple haze, vortex, Spartacus, vortex. I like all of those for dirty water. And you're gonna deal with some dirty water sometimes, and that's just part of it. Oh, good fish, good fish. They all head shaking really nice. Head shaker. And the boat he goes.
Well, this one's got one eye.
One eye Willie?
One eye Willie. I want something to fall and I kind of like slow reel it and then let them chase it.
Just like that, huh? Oh, what we got here? Summertime whopper. Oh, he ain't that big. But again, another keeper. Another cheaper to keeper, baby. We'll just patiently wait for our big ones to come back. Probably get back in a Pontchartrain Basin come October. In the summertime nowadays, we catch a lot of these. Ever since they closed the Miss-A-Go, this Pontchartrain Basin's kind of like a school trout estuary in the summer, and we get the big ones in the fall and the winter and the early spring. But still some really good fine fishing out here. Get him, boy. Keeper?
He grew up on me.
Growing up. Oh yeah, head shaker. Lemon head. Get him, Simba. Whoa. He tried to rip the pole out my hand.
That is crazy. That's one bit.
Well, we talked about this in the last episode. There's multiple artificial reefs out here in Bourne. There's a lot of old rigs like this that have been pulled up that you can kind of find either through a friend or maybe on Google. And what happens is when they put these reefs in, they put shells on the bottom to harden the bottom. That way it'll keep the legs and stuff intact better. So it's not always just the actual structure that holds the fish. It's what the bottom's made out of. And you know, some days these fish will be way off, and they're gonna be more or less where the reef is, where the shell pad is. So finding that shell pad or the sweet spot on the rig is important. And they got plenty of rigs out here. Some of them are little baby rigs like this that look like not much of anything. Then you got big giant rigs that you would think would be way better, but that's not always the case. Just because the rig's huge don't mean it's any better than a little bitty baby rig like this. And really, I like the small rigs better a lot of times because it's easier to make a quick little lap around them and find where that sweet spot is. If it's a bigger rig, there's more area that they might be traveling or schooling up on. Maybe be a little bit harder to find them. But they got a good wad of fish right here on this rig here, and the majority of them are keepers. So we're having a nice little afternoon here. Sam's got another one. Keeper or throwback?
It's a keeper.
Keep it a keeper.
All right, here we go. He's shaking his head on top of the water. We got him coming in. Oh, yeah. Should be a little 1.5 pound trout. Pound. Yep, even the fish got to eat dinner almost.
Sam's on a roll. On a roll patrol. Is he nice? Oh, good fish. But like I was saying before, you know, you got several of these smaller wellheads like this out here. And then you got some really, really big ones out here. And, you know, if you're at a big rig and you pull up and there's a boat there, there's plenty enough room on a big rig for 2, 3, 4 boats. But if you're running around and you pull up to a rig like this and there's a boat here, you want to be courteous. You know, maybe if the boat's fishing on the right side, you're good to fish on the left side. But you don't want to come jam somebody up. There's so many rigs out here, just simply go to the next one. But if it's a big giant rig, you know, there's plenty of room on there to where you can slide around and stay out of somebody's way. And these are great places to just, you know, spot lock the trolling motor and fish live shrimp with kids if you want. But of course, we just love using plastics, and matrix shads dribbling on the bottom is hard to beat out here on these rigs in Lake Bourne. That one didn't even let it get to the bottom. Threw it out there, it was sinking, and all of a sudden I felt my pole trying to leave my hand. We call that bite straightening the slack out. Good fish, baby. Good fish. Sam's got a double. All right, y'all. All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and close it out here. Grab that fish. Two beautiful fish, a little double up action. Show them the color you were using, Sam. Sam's using a 3/8 ounce with a lemon. I'm using a tiger bait with a 5/16. Make sure to subscribe to the monthly bait box. That's going to be in your bait box there. And make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, as we do a lot of rig hopping in the summertime, and this is a thing to do as you get into the summer and the fish start leaving Pontchartrain and they come into Bourne. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode, guys, and until next time, good fishing.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
Sign up today for the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament. You can fish inshore or offshore from the bank or a boat for a chance to win a truck, a boat, tackle packages, and more. Male or female, young or old, the Star has a division for you. Your registration also helps CCA continue its work to rebuild critical fish habitat along our coast for all to enjoy. Don't go fishing this summer without your Star ticket. Go to ccastar.com to sign up today.
Do you want to make sure you're doing things right when boating in Louisiana?
Make sure every occupant in your vessel is wearing the right type and size life jacket before leaving the dock. Size information for the intended wearer can be found on the information panel.
Make sure you stay safely to the right side of the waterway when you're operating in a narrow channel. Always choose to go right when it is safe and practical.
Make sure you're operating at the right speed for the given conditions every time you're boating. Just because your boat can safely travel at higher speeds in perfect conditions doesn't mean it should in a chop or when encountering other wakes or maneuvers.
In Louisiana, the best way to make sure that you're doing things the right way on the water is by attending and completing one of our boating safety education courses. Learn more and book a course at www.wlf.la.gov. These NASBA-approved courses are statistically proven to save lives. Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
When it comes to doing your thing on Louisiana waters, do the right thing.
Peyton Murphy. I trust him.
Very respectful.
Very professional.
Reliable.
Very knowledgeable.
You can't ask for nothing better than that.
Choosing the right lawyer is an important decision. Visit murphylawfirm.com or call me, Attorney Peyton Murphy, 928-8800.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. We got the Abu Garcia Fishing Report and some local events coming up. We got the 64th Annual Kids Fishing Rodeo, Saturday, July 26th at the Twin Lakes in Geismar. It's always a real good time. They've been putting this event on for 64 years, and just a real great event. Talked to my buddy Chase Clement. He has an event coming up in Pearl, Mississippi. It's called the Mississippi Extravaganza, July 19th. It's a free kids fishing rodeo. It's going to be based out of the Clyde Muse Center. Sponsored by Mid-South Broadcasting, Redneck Outdoor Adventures with Mr. Jim Bob, Cajun Navy. There's going to be a lot of people over there. They're expecting a big crowd. If you need more information, look at the flyer that Chris has put up there. Mr. Gary sent me the fishing report from everywhere. I'm just going to do my best to read everything off and hope I don't leave anybody out. As you just saw, Chaz with Dockside TV, they're really doing good where he's fishing. Fishing is great all over. Again, check on Facebook, Mr. Joe Macalusa, an advocate. You know, get a lot of information from there. Good news came out of the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries Commission meeting last week. You know, they got some good things going on. We'll bring you some more star news and results from the meeting next week when we find more information out. Some reports from Lake Bourne. There's a lot of school trout in Lake Bourne, catching a lot of fish. Not all of them going to meet the size limit. Probably, you know, you catch 100 fish, you might only keep 25 or 30, but they are biting. In the lake, the Biloxi Marsh, Mr. Culver Dream, Captain Mike Brantley and his dad Larry, they catching some fish. They doing limiting out most every time they go. Catching them on live shrimp. And according to reports from Mr. John Jackson, all the captains are catching real good. One of the biggest rodeos we got coming up is the Grand Isle Invitational Tarpon Rodeo. It's coming up the end of July, I think July 25th. It's probably the biggest rodeo that they have in Grand Isle. So everybody's looking forward to that. Hopefully the storm is going to keep away for a little while. They got one in the Gulf right now. They got it projected to hit later on in the week possibly. So that probably put some fresh water, you know, a lot of water in the marsh. It might slow the fishing down, but it's still going to be a good time. We got a pretty good fishing report out of Lake Verret also. You know, they catching some brim, they catching everything. Catfish are biting real well. You know, getting some real good reports. Also talked to some buddies in Toledo Bend, and they wearing the sack of layout. They coming in with some not big numbers, but they catching some real good fish. I got hopefully Wednesday, I'm heading up. My mom and brothers are in at our place in Toledo Bend, and we're gonna try to hit up there Wednesday, maybe Thursday, and fish Friday and Saturday if the weather holds up and we're able to get away. They're not fishing today; they're supposed to fish tomorrow. So I have some live pictures and reports starting tomorrow from them. But they're looking forward to it. The fishing's been good. Got to dance around the storms to, you know, find the fish and make sure you got to fish safely. So we got that. That's coming up also. I got a report from Mr. Bryce Knight, but Knight on the lakes up in Lake Darbone, and fishing slow. Not a lot of oxygen in the water. He says they are catching some fish, but it's just not like it was a couple weeks ago. So we hope the weather stays good, and just a bad day fishing sometimes better than a good day at work is what I was always told. That's about all we have. We'll be back next week, and we don't have any hunting season reports. LSU baseball is over with, so we're going to be relying on some good fishing reports from everybody. And stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
This is your weekly trip to Paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.